Hey, it's Ryan
And Frank.
and Frank.
Hi.
We had a really good week. We were together.
Tuesday, Wednesday, and today, Thursday.
So Frank is coming to the rescue and learning how to be an estimator. And we talked before you came in here that we don't call it a salesperson because you're going to explain in a little bit. Like, we didn't really sell anything this week.
Yeah, that's true.
We just were ourselves. So just kind of wanted to have you tell everyone what you experienced this week, like what you liked, what maybe you didn't like, or what you thought was surprising, like you didn't know.
Well, let's do one question at a time here.
Okay, go ahead.
So let's see. What did I like this week? Well, got out and I met a bunch of great people and saw a bunch of beautiful houses, projects that can and are going to be potentially really beautiful. I would have to say, well, one thing there was really nothing that I didn't like.
We were very fortunate this week that everybody we met was really nice.
Yeah, it's true. So it's and if you thought that there was going to be maybe a downside to a client, maybe they were just going through a bad patch in their life, but it wasn't really, like you said, it wasn't selling anything. It was just taking that time out to get to know our clients and our potential clients or our returning clients.
Yeah.
Building that relationship with them from the start. And, I'm sure it's something that you said thousands of times before, but, and that's exactly what it was. I mean, we didn't go there. Yeah, we talked about the project, but we really just got to know you, the client. What do you do? What was the one question I like is, did you have any other contractors out here? Any other painters? How'd that go?
Yep.
And the one lady, she was like, no, well, we had them out here before, but they didn't call us back. So it's like, what's bad for them, good for us, because they seem like really good people. And,
And for that point, we know the husband was a police officer. Old
Yeah.
and likes the Steelers, so that just shows you, like, we're going out. I'm sure you probably remember more than I do. We probably know what everybody does for their living.
Yeah.
For every estimate we went to this week, we don't really get into the pricing. So I didn't take my iPad and plunk it in front of somebody and say sign now. And we talked about even the last woman. We said, yeah, go get your floor price to make sure you can fit us in the budget.
It's not about that pressuring sales pitch, like, hey, you know what, but sign. No, like, give you an example. Like, I had carpet done once, and the guy's like, well, I don't want to go away and empty-handed, you know what I mean? Well, yeah, you're going away empty-handed, but it wasn't that. The last lady, she was just looking for pricing and ideas, and we were able to assist her with that. It's not just, you're not just hiring a painting company to come out to you. It's like Ryan and his expertise, and even myself with the limited knowledge that I have of your world, is that we're here to help you with your project. And it's not that if you're painting a cabinet, and the perfect example was what the shoe molding. She's like, well, I want to paint it, but I don't want to paint it, but I don't want to pay for other molding. And we gave her options to take, and it was she was like very grateful that she had those options, to somebody to give her those options. Because she even said to herself, she was like, I didn't even think of that.
Yep. And even if we don't do the project, that's what we're always saying. It's not, we don't have to do the painting project, but we explained what she should do with the shoe molding.
Yeah.
Oh, well, if we don't do it, okay.
Yeah, it was just a great example of just somebody taking that advice and being appreciative. Like even you said, whoever does that project, You know, make sure that, you know, you could do this or A, B, and C, or, you know, it gave them that option. And she was really grateful,
Yeah.
really super appreciative.
There were a bunch this week that I remember I said, even if we don't do this project, I think if they were floors, you have to make sure that whoever you choose does this. Like,
Yeah.
that's key. I forget what this was, but maybe it was priming, or maybe it was grinding correctly. So it's about more than. That's why I like it. I'm not going out selling a used car or a new car.
Yeah.
Just here I am. Here's what we can do or can't do. Because there was one job that we're not sure if we can help them.
Yeah, that's true. But we gave them the right information.
Yeah.
You know, they didn't know what to do, what path to take. And husband wants to do one thing, she wants to do another. You know, but we set them at least right on the right path, I think.
What was the most surprising thing to you? Because we hadn't really been, obviously, I know Frank his whole life. But the most surprising thing about riding around with me?
It's hard to say, because what really took me off guard was that it's not that we're pressuring people into selling something. I mean, honestly, man, we were going out and just being relatable to people. That's what took me totally off. Because you know, I could go out and, you know, Preston, you said that, hey, you could talk to anybody, but it was just going out and getting to know them. And
Yeah.
what are their expectations?
That's why the worst thing is not getting the job. It's them not talking to you, and you'll
Or knowing them expectations.
Yeah.
You know, so, and one thing one question I always ask is, what are your expectations for this project? You said it today, you know, you said it all week long, and, you know, and they'll tell you exactly what we want. And that's the feedback that we need to know.
if you ask the right questions. The one woman with the deck that maybe wasn't as open as
we thought
we
that.
were. Yes, we ended up winning the job, but she kept saying she wanted something better. I need something better than I have. So I kept asking to please define better.
But what is better?
Yes.
Yeah, that's one great question. So what do you mean by better? What is better in your eyes? And it was, well, better than what I have, right?
Yeah.
Well, let's see what you have. And, you know, we look into see what she wants, and what she wanted was something similar to what the neighbor had, but then she actually found out that it's going to start peeling. So,
Yeah.
you know, like when you go into solids and like those deck coverings, trust me, I've been there. I'm going through it now, and it's just peeling up. It's terrible.
And her better actually, when I asked 3 times to define better, was she wanted something to last longer.
Yeah.
That was better.
Yeah. So.
What was there anything you didn't like?
No, I can't say that there wasn't anything that what?
No. I was going to ask a follow-up question.
No, go ahead, follow it.
I'm assuming that it's a nice look on the other side, as opposed to being on. So when we do an estimate, you win the job, you put a work order out, and you hand it off. You're done.
Yeah.
So you were on the other end,
Yeah.
where here's the job now. So you kind of see both, like how the estimate is almost the reverse of the actually doing the job, working with a contractor or a painter, and then going on to the beginning phases of that. So I'm assuming that was a little eye-opening or unique.
It was, because I'd never sold anything in my life. And it wasn't really selling. It was just, like I said, going to being relatable to people and asking them what they want. But yeah, being on the other end was definitely a big eye-opener. Because I remember looking at you and I was like, really? And it's like, yeah, getting to know them. So that's what it was. It was really that.
It's one reason that we always tell people, please double check the proposal to make sure what we just talked about is written in it, because we end up talking so much. I know more about your family and your dog than we actually talked about the project, because we got to know you so well. So if it's not written in the work order, the guys will not do it. So there's another tip. Just make sure you read your work order.
Yeah, make sure everything that we talked about, the scope, is definitely in there.